So fast travel over to the airport over here. Ooh. Now head over and fortunately there's gonna be scorched all over the place. And some goofballs shooting at me. Fire axe, you could weapon. Oh. Right away. Take control. There we go. All right. Okay. Medical thing. I usually find disease or any kind of stuff. Well, there's a trader here in the basement, right over here too. Med lab. Right here. That is that. IV bad medic.
Attention all responders. This is a top priority message. Radar has spotted an inbound cargo bot. We've got to secure the landing zone so we can make the drop. We need those supplies, but the cargo bot's going to attract attention, so get ready for a fight.
Oh god. It's getting salty now. Literally no disease cure anywhere. Alright. If we got any in here. They have IV bags. Plastic is always useful. Okay, read all those. All right, no disease cure. Dirty water. Juice. So healing. What do I need for antibiotics? Disease cure. So, disease cure forest is bloodleaf, firecap, snaptail reeds, boiled water. I'm gonna have to write that down. Oh, good lord. So can I tag for search? Okay, cool. Just hit an X, and now every time I come across that, I can be happy about the situation. Nice. All right. So let's head over to, yep, back to the mansion. Just deal with it. Yes. If I leave, I will not receive just how it is. Can't believe that, though. Olivia trade them all. I know love makes you do some dumb things sometimes, or some questionable things, or whatnot. But if love is letting you kill people, it ain't gonna last. It's just not gonna turn out the way you'd hoped it. That's everybody, right? Oh, hello. Canned dog food.
Welcome back, Seeker.
Log in, mistress. Administrative action. Authorized promotion. Novice note. Authorized access. Look, you now may now access the headmistress' office. Sweet. Oh, dang. What you got in here? I'm hesitant to, this. Password required. Headmistress Shannon Rivers. From Olivia. That wasn't how this was supposed to go at all. 2 months ago, I copied Cryptos, handed it over to the Raiders. Rachel finally caught on. She was telling E when I came in tonight. At that point, well, it was them or me, so I killed them. I killed them all. It's finally over. I'm going to burn the order, the manor, everything. Burn it all to the ground. You get this? You want to see me again? Meet me at our special place on my birthday. You still owe me the trip, Olivia. Why did she want to burn it all? Personal journals. Warning, data corruption detected. Out of 487 files in this directory, 12 were recovered successfully. Okay, let's see if this is good. Headmistress Shannon Rivers, personal journal. No major incidents this week. There have been surprisingly few brigands in the area this summer, although the responders' radio chatters say there's more organized gang control the roads through the mountains now. The training has been going well. I've begun sending the older girls out on supply and data collection runs in the pairs. For now, I'm keeping the more dangerous mission to myself, but they're at a point where they can handle themselves if they have to. Control 2580. Headmistress Shannon Rivers, personal journal. They got the dam. We heard the explosion a little after midnight. There was no warning, nothing to be done. Charleston has been wiped out. It's worse than the bombs. The responders are doing what they can, but this is beyond them, beyond anyone. The raiders have already melted back into the mountain. They're a much bigger threat than anyone had realized. 3583. I spent the winter surveying raider positions in the mountains and having the girls gather what intel we can from the responder radio network. It's bad. They have multiple bases, dozens of checkpoints, and sniper posts, and they're growing. It's more than I can deal with on my own. As much as I hate to do it, we can't afford to wait any longer. It's time for the Mistresses of Mystery to take the field. 9-8. For the most part, this week's missions have gone well. The exception, as usual, was Olivia. Her raid against the Garahan outpost was flawless, but rather than reporting back, she went on to clear 4 sniper nests, a half-dozen beast in, and a derelict military bunker before finally returning 3 days later, and she dragged her initiate along before the riot. It was Rachel's first time in the field. Poor girl, it's still shaking. Her grief was another shouting match. Nothing I say seems to get through to the girl. She's too headstrong, just like her mother. 286. We found Clarissa's body last night. I always knew this day would come, but that doesn't make it any. These girls are my daughters. Every time I post a mission, I know one of them might not come back, but we have to press on. The raiders are gaining strength. If we don't keep them in check, who will? That's what I told them at the funeral. I gave them 2 days off. That's all we can afford. Okay, well, 21486. Things have been tense since Clarissa's death. Some of the girls have started to question our methods. Should we announce ourselves, make contact with the responders of the Brotherhood, try to forge an alliance? Absolutely not. The Mistress of Mystery's greatest strength was always the element of surprise, and no one can do anything because no one expects her to be a threat. If we were exposed, if the raiders knew we existed, they could fight back. They can't fight a shadow. Wait, that's true. But we have no way to supply your ranks. I've appointed Eve the new mistress of novices. I need someone dependable and organized to handle training and mission assignments when I'm out in the field. For the most part, it seems to have gone over well. For the most part, Olivia was furious. I have almost 30 girls in my charge now, and I have their safety to consider. She thinks I'm going to favor her simply because she's my daughter. Oh, she needs to grow up. That's why she killed everybody. Over pettiness. 6186. Lucia reports that the campaign against the Superhuman in Huntersville has ended. If things go well, the alliance between the Brotherhood and responders might finally be the beginning of a long-term security arrangement for the region. All the patrols moving through the mountains have suppressed raider activity over the past few months. I've asked the girls to be more careful as well. No sense drawing any unwanted attention. The mission boards have been relatively light, but Olivia has been taking far more than her share. She's rarely at home for more than a day or two at a time. Now, at first I was glad she was becoming more dedicated to her work, but I'm starting to worry she just used it as an excuse to avoid me. Yes, daughter is petty. 7/24/86. We buried Allison today. After 3 years, hundreds of missions, only 2 of our sisters have fallen. With so much death and devastation all around, that's an incredible testament to their skills and tenacity. Olivia was particularly shaken up. She was the one who found Allie's body, carried it all the way back from Summersville. She went right to her room after the funeral. Poor dear. 10/7. 4 years. We outclassed the Raiders now. Suddenly, they found a way to turn the tables. Counting Allison, 7 girls have been killed in the past 3 months. Now Kaylee is missing too. I've ordered Eve to accelerate her training program and recorded holotapes to handle routine assignments and promotion. I hate to think of anything getting promoted by holotape, but with all of our losses, I've been away so much, it's beginning to become an issue. 7/8. 11/10. Shannon, Riverstill. 3 more girls are confirmed dead. Evelyn and Catherine are unaccounted for. Rachel barely escaped that just in the past week. How are they doing this? It's like the Raiders have suddenly found a way to read our minds. They're lying in wait almost every mission now. As of today, I'm only allowing the most senior mistresses out of the manor. Eve, Amy, Olivia, and myself. We can't risk anymore. She should have realized by then what was going on. 11/18. Shannon, Olivia, what have you done? I'm going out to meet her. If anyone finds us, if anyone is even still alive, please don't try to follow me. The Order of Mysteries is finished. Take the skills you've learned here, join the responders, the Brotherhood, anyone. Find some way to survive. That's all that matters now. I love you all. I'm so sorry. Mission roster. River Shannon, ambush investigation, sentry duty, Riverside Manor. Pending. I note all non-essential personnel have been suspended until further notices by order of the headmistress. Cryptos access. Login as user no, not found. Please check your login. Try again. Okay. Reports, administrative action. Okay. Locate the meeting. Mistress of Mystery. Okay. Oh, it's up. Oh, up. Alright. Damn. Killed her sisters. She pulled an Anakin. Hope it was worth it for her. Sure wasn't for any of the other girls that died unnecessarily by her hand. Oh, people. Okay. Personal journal. Okay. Shannon, Mistress. Okay, no. Professional calendar. Oh. Which one? Alright. Shannon. Spring has finally come, such it is every day. Caravans of personal journal. Okay, that's LA. You read all this before. I'm not gonna go through it again. I'm gonna find and see if one of these updates the quest, because this will murder my voice. Okay, so I don't... Doorway? Oh, I've never checked this. Olivia Rivers, personal journals. Okay. Data corruption detected out of 3. Okay. So, I've never read these, so let's read it. Checkpoint. Olivia Rivers, personal journal 9/30/77. We're actually going to miss the camping trip this year. I figured Mom was planning some kind of surprise, even if it was just for a weekend. We've been going to the same spot every year for as long as I can remember. It's always been our special place. There we go. Those trips were the one chance we had to just be together, where I didn't have to play the perfect daughter, the flawless student, where I can just be myself. I'm looking forward to college. I'm ready to get out of here. Okay, so she's been harboring a lot of resentment for her mom for her entire thing. The whole hero thing was cute for a while. Mother really is good at it, but it's gone to her head. Now she wants to adopt those rats she found rooting through the garbage, train them. Oh, spoiled little brat. I tried to argue with her. There are whole caravans of refugees on the road. We can't save everyone. Who do you help and who do you pass over? Why take in 3 strangers that send the Torrance boy away? We barely made it through last winter as it was. We have to think of ourselves too. This is insane. Every month, Mother slips further and further into this ridiculous delusion. We're in order now. A sisterhood with ranks, titles, missions, whole chain of command. God, we even have a mission statement. It was all right at first. Supply run, fine. Data collection, sure, I suppose. At least I got a chance to get out of the house. But that's not good enough. Not for her. Now I have to be the perfect, obedient little soldier. A role model for the rest of this brood. Take one step out of line, try to do something useful, and she chews me out. I'm sick of it. Both, it sounds like the relationship just went toxic on both sides. Clarissa is dead. Did she give her life for some grand heroic cause? No, just another pointless surveillance mission. This is all a farce. Mother made a grand speech about keeping the raiders in check, but it doesn't matter how many we kill. There will always be more. This is a world of raiders now. People take what they need to survive. What good is heroism on an empty stomach? Yeah, so... In the past 3 years, I killed over 100 men. I've hit dozens of sites for supplies, intel, any scrap of useful material. And for what? What good are all these shadow games? What people need is order. They need leadership. The responders are weak. The Brotherhood doesn't care about anyone but themselves. In order, we could do anything. We could rule Appalachia. Instead, we hide, we cower. No more. The raiders may be hard, but they live in the real world, not this fanny. What they do is real. It matters. It's time to come out of the shadows. Damn anyone who gets in my way. Yep. I found my opening. I've been taking checkpoint missions, trying to scope out the raiders, and I recognized one, Brody, a kid who used to live next door. I put on a show, took out his crew, nicked his leg, and then offered to talk. I tell him about the order. He tells me about the raiders. They're a mess, but that should make it easy to get in. We're going to meet again next week in the old cottage at White Spring. Maybe we can come to an arrangement. I've made my meeting with Brody every couple of weeks. We struck up a little relation for as long as it's useful. If we play this right, we might as well get what we want. His boss is dithering. I'm not some petty thug here to work for checkpoints. I have plans, so I've made him an offer. I sell out the order, and he gives me a blank check. Anything I want, no questions asked. He's a raider. He's going to tell you whatever he wants to get rid of that. You're a dead woman. I've given Brody the details for one of my missions on the board, a little supply run on Summersville. He and his men can set up an ambush. That ought to be enough proof. Okay. 7:24. Allison, God, why did it have to be Allie? When I heard she had drawn the Somersville mission, I knew I had to tail her. She broke the ambush. Brody would be left empty-handed or worse. One of the raiders jumped to her. She took two of them out, then turned on Brody. His gun jammed. I had to kill her myself. Yep. Here you go. 3 years ago, I was so excited by my first solo mission. I was a stupid little intel raid, but I took notes on everything. I saw the Sugar Grove. That's how I found Project Siphon. It was a risk. There was every chance someone would see me or the program would crash or trip some security failsafe. But it worked. A full copy of Cryptos on one holotape. The raiders know every mission we're running for the next 2 months. They can pick and choose the targets they want. Even they can F this up. 11/13/86. One more week until this is over. I've been hard watching the other girls leave on their missions, knowing most of them won't come back. Catherine, Janet, Sarah. I don't hate them, but I need them out of my way. The raiders have set up a staging area in the Somersville. When it's time, I'll slip away a signal Brody and he can move in. They're calling in every man they've got. No one gets out alive. And then once they're done, I'll head up to Pleasant Valley and settle in. Give me a month and I'll be running that S show. Yeah. Give it a month and you'll be dead, lady. Alright. Camping trip. So, camping means mountains. Here we are. Alright. Fast travel over here. She sold out all of her sisters, sent them out on death missions. Well, watched them walk out the door on death missions. Killed her own sister. And just because she had a pissing fight with her mom. Mom probably should have fostered her relationship, or at least understood her relationship a little bit better with her own daughter. That's something a lot of parents forget. Forget how to be a kid you don't understand. That's where everything goes to hell. Woohoo! No more disease. It's gone. Oh, I wonder if it's because I fast traveled. And that took up time. That's something to remember. Okay, cool. Dog food. Alrighty. Let's put this on. I would have loved to have met the Mistress of Mysteries and had NPCs, worked missions for them and things like that. That would have been totally awesome. Oh, damn. Hills, is it? Your gear has protected you from waterborne diseases. Nice. Way up here, or... Damn it, I'm gonna have to go upslope. It's near the raiders. Probably should have looked at the contour lines before I traveled. Oh, Olivia. Staying out over there, Mr. Mole Rats and stuff. Have some back break. Oh, okay. Ooh. Really nice. Make some mole rat steaks now. Why make some blackberry tea?